The purpose of this is to bring the people together because beetles are not made anymore, and a few spares are being made, yes, and the people don't know where to buy the parts and so on, so they come here and buy their bits and pieces, and they go home and fit it to their cars. And I think that's very nice. So to keep the Volkswagen going forever and ever.
Okay, this car is so special because it is believed to be the newest Beetle in South Africa. It is from a series where only 3,000 were made. A special edition to the commemoration of the 50th year of the Beetle. And it was produced in a period where Volkswagen then stopped to sell Beetles altogether in Germany. The last 3,000 that were imported from Mexico to Germany came out in this outfit: metallic paint, white tires, tinted windows, radio, golf seats, golf steering wheel, heated window, all that. This car is 100% original. It is a 1985 model and a 1200cc engine. It was sold as an economy model, the cheapest car that was available in Germany at that time. And we bought it new and then brought it with when we immigrated to South Africa. And yeah, now we have it. And we are very proud of it. Only 30,000 kilometers on the clock.
This vehicle is a prototype. It's one of 3 that were made in Germany with the idea that they would export the basic mechanical parts to the developing countries. And then that country can make its own cab and a load body, so it'll be a cheap vehicle for just basic transport. And what happened was, in 1975, Volkswagen South Africa brought one of the 3 from Germany to South Africa with the idea to market it here. But unfortunately, the dealer council at the time shot the idea off. And this vehicle then stayed in Uitenhage in Volkswagen South Africa. And one of the dealers from the West Rand bought the vehicle, and he kept it all the time. And I now am the second owner from where he bought it. So basically it's a Volkswagen Beetle engine in the front, turned around in the front. The gearbox and front suspension I believe is from the early Volkswagen K70, which was the forerunner to the Passat range. And so you've got a front-wheel drive Beetle with a load body. That specific vehicle, the Type 181, was also imported from Germany. And I bought it from the same owner who used to be a Volkswagen dealer. And when they started marketing these in Germany, he ordered a right-hand drive one from Germany. But they only made them for a very short while in Germany and then moved the whole plant to South America. And then from there they were marketed into America, and there it was called the Thing. But we never had those vehicles here. So that's actually a German-made model, also in total original condition.
The pink little Beetle's name is Rosie. It's named after my friend's mother. She's had it for many years. We met at work and she absolutely adored it. And she put big spots and flowers and true hippie style on it. And they then moved down to Cape Town. And we went down on holiday and her husband said she had to sell it, get rid of it, because they were moving back to Johannesburg. And she cried. She was in tears, didn't want to get rid of it. And he said, it's got to go. So my husband said, we've got to keep it in the family. And we bought it. And we restored it, took all the rust out, and pink being one of my favorite colors, I decided I wanted to spray pink. And we had that done and we put on a truck up to Johannesburg. But the nicest part of the story is when we got it here, we washed it and polished it and took it over to her house, and I drove up the long driveway and I hooted. And she came out and she just went, and she cried for about 10 minutes, and her little girl came out and said, Mommy, it's Rosie, she's had an extreme makeover. So it was well worth it, and she's wonderful. She's wonderful.
Yeah, this is a 1959 Common Gear. I bought it from a guy who said it was fully restored. A bit later on I realized it wasn't exactly the case. And I sandblasted it, started from scratch. A lot of the parts I had to import. Yeah, and I built it to where it is now. Lots of these cars get damaged and they don't repair it because it's a coach built body that was assembled in a factory. It's not easy to take on a project like this because it's not just panels you can quickly weld in. But yeah, there isn't a lot of them on the road. It's still a left-hand drive, which makes it a bit difficult driving every day, but this is my daily driver. Okay, yeah, this is a low light. Your lights are lower, shaped lower, and then when the new legislation came out in America, they had certain laws to say that lights are too low, and they physically had to change that. The nostrils in front also differ. The steering wheel, for instance, is a 2-year only common gear steering wheel, which you only get 58, 59. So there's a few unique things about this car, which makes it nice and collectible. This is still a original 1192cc, which is 30 horsepower. It's not a fast motor, but it holds its own in the traffic. It's got a nice sound to it. It doesn't sound at all like the 1600s. It's got a very sweet sound, which I like. It's a very reliable engine. I used to build these engines and guarantee them for 100,000 miles, which says something about this type of engine.
Well, I'm a VW baby. My family's only ever had VWs. And myself and my boyfriend go camping quite a lot. So I was going to buy a caravan, and then just by luck, I was looking through the Auto Trader and I saw her. And then I thought to myself, well, I better just go and see her. And when I saw her the first day, I completely fell in love with her. I just had to have her, no matter what. So I'll skim through anything every month to pay her off. I had to have her. And we just went on our first trip last weekend, and we had an awesome time. And I'll never sell her.
I love Beetles day in, day out. That's part of my passion of life. I enjoy them. My love started very early when I was a kid. It was the first car actually I recognized on the road. And I started the workshop. Actually, it was like a hobby. Started building a beach buggy, and that's actually how it started to be big in my life. These things doesn't have the actual brakes that we've got today in newer vehicles, but for the age and the technology up to where it stopped on them, I think it's perfect.
There are quite a few more cars here than last year. There are some cars for sale and some special cars, and people brought many parts, and I see they're changing hands already, and I'm quite satisfied. It's very nice.